Today we're going to talk about consumer interest. Basically, talk about how interest and payments, differences in payments, can affect how much you pay for something over time when you borrow money. So here we go. We got two families. They both repaid a 30-year, $300,000 mortgage. One loan was repaid at $1,800 per month at 6%, and the other was paid at $2,000 per month at 7%. So what is the difference in their interest charges over the life of the loan? Okay, so obviously the person with the higher interest rate had to pay a higher amount per month because they're both paying this over the same amount of time, so 30 years. So, I mean, really, the interest rates are not significant to us right now as we try and figure this out. All we got to do is say, okay, look, we got $2,000 per month for 360 months, or I'm sorry, $2,000 per month uh, for 360 months. And where did I get 360 months? Because it's 30 years, 12 months per year. So it's 30 times 12 is 360. And we'll just go ahead and multiply here. That's $720,000 for the second family there. Now the first family is obviously going to pay less, but it's just a matter of how much less. They're paying $1,800 a month for the same 360 months. So 1,800 times 360 is $648,000. So they're asking us here though, what's the difference in interest charges? Well, the difference, just subtract these two numbers, and we get $72,000. So because of that 1% more interest rate, that family has to pay an extra $72,000. But that's over the course of 30 years. I mean, it is a lot of money. So 1% does make a big difference. And remember that the mortgages were only for $300,000. So, assuming that's the price of their home, $300,000, they actually end up paying more than double what the house is worth over the course of that loan. So mortgages are very expensive, but very necessary because not everybody's got $300,000 lying around that they can plunk down for a house. All right, very similar question here on example B. Monthly mortgage payments vary with the length of the loan. The table below shows the approximate monthly payment on a $300,000 mortgage for 15 years and for 30 years at 7%. So again, we got a 30-year mortgage at 7% is going to cost the person about $2,000 per month. But if you want to pay it off in half the time, 15 years, you only have to pay, or you need to pay a little bit more, $700 more per month. But it's still at 7%. Okay, so we're being asked what's the difference in interest charges over the life of the loan. Okay, again, we got the person paying $2,000 a month for 360 months. Same math here we did on the last problem, and that's going to be $720,000. Now we've got the person paying $2,700 a month. But they're only doing it for 180 months because it's half the time. So 15 times 12, 15 years times 12 months per year. So that's $486,000. And the difference between those two is massive. It's a big difference. I mean, if you can pay an extra $700 a month for 15 years, then you're saving $234,000 over the life of that loan, that mortgage. So that's a big difference. But not many people have an extra $700 a month that they can spend on a mortgage, and they'd rather have that $700 to spend on other things, social life and other bills and food, I guess. It's kind of important. Okay, two friends each had an auto loan, $20,000 cars they're buying. One was repaid at 8% in 3 years at about $625 per month, and the other one was 8% in 5 years at $405 per month. The total of the payments for the 5-year loan is how much more than the total for the 3-year loan. So we need to figure out the total for each one. The 5-year loan, we're paying $405 a month times 60 months. 5 times 12 is 60. So 405 times 60 is $24,300. So that's how much they're paying for that $20,000 car, $4,300 in interest. Now the 3-year loan is $625 a month. It's an extra $220 a month, but we're only doing that for 3 years or 36 months. 3 times 12 is 36 months, which is a total of $22,500. So it only costs $2,500 in interest. So how much more is the 5-year loan? $1,800 more. Example D. The table shows the approximate monthly payments on a 5-year auto loan of $20,000 at 2 different interest rates. So now we're paying these both over 5 years. One's only $10 more than the other. How much is that going to amount to? That 1%. So how much more is the 9% than the 8% loan? Okay. Well, the 9% loan we're paying $415 per month. I'm sorry. Let's take a massive shortcut here. The difference is $10 per month over the course of 60 months. So it's going to be a $600 difference over the course of 5 years. Okay. So that's what the difference in 1% is. So we could have figured out the total, done 415 times 60, and then does 405 times 60, and then subtracted the two. But when we did that, we would get $600. So definitely take the shortcut. And one more here. Find the monthly interest charge on a $12,000 credit card balance at 2% per month. If the $12,000 balance is carried for a year, what's the total of those interest charges? Okay, first things first. If we take that $12,000 and we multiply it by 0.02, 2% per month, we're going to get charged $240 in interest that month. So that hurts. That stings a little bit, okay? So, and that's realistic actually, because 2% per month, credit cards will charge you 24% per year, which comes out to 2% per month. So $240 to have a $12,000 credit card balance just for 1 month. Ouch, that hurts. Okay, so now if you just simply pay off the $240 in interest and you leave the $12,000 on the credit card each month, and you do that for 12 straight months, the total of the interest charges, $240 times 12 months. It's a lot of money, guys. $2,880 just in interest, and you haven't even started to pay off your $12,000 yet. So that's the bad news about credit cards. Yeah, it's nice to be able to borrow some money, but it can be very expensive. So most people really try their best to pay off the balance every single month so that they don't get hit with interest charges. Okay, that's all I've got for you today over consumer math. Some good stuff to know. So easy calculations. If you don't understand though, you're welcome to rewatch the video again. Come in tomorrow and ask some questions. I'll see you then.